Hello and welcome back to Embraer TV. Now if you're just joining us, don't worry, still plenty to come, but earlier we delved into the next generation of E-jets and we focused on the E2 project and how the engineers and people behind that have managed to keep it ahead of schedule. We also looked at the luxury brand of Embraer and the executive jets. You might just be able to see behind me the Legacy 450, which is turning heads everywhere it goes. We were lucky enough to be joined in the studio as well by President and CEO of Embraer, Paulo Cesar, as well as Hop Air France Executive Vice President, Monsieur Malka. And they were talking about the importance of maintaining a very strong relationship between aircraft manufacturer and customer operator. As promised earlier as well, I said that we would catch up with the lucky winners of the Hop Air France quiz that took place, and earlier on, Fernando caught up with them.
Hello again. I'm here in front of Embraer's ERJ-145, the 50-seat regional jet. This one here is operated by Hop Air France, a French regional airline subsidiary of Air France that offers daily flights to 50 French and European destinations. Now the ERJ is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. It's a truly revolutionary aircraft that introduced a whole new aircraft category. It opened up better connections and increased frequency, as it covers twice the distance of turboprop, which used to be the aircraft of choice before the ERJ came on the scene. So it's a proven performer, truly fleet smart, and it's aptly named the runway legend. So Hop Air France has come up with a quiz for their employees about the history of the ERJ-145, about some unusual and interesting facts. I'm here with two of the winners. This is Mathieu and Thomas. Congratulations, félicitations.
Thank you.
Now, was the quiz difficult?
It was actually, yes, it was very difficult. Mainly because back in 1997, Hop Air France started the Embraer 145 in France. And back that time, I wasn't working yet, so I had to search some answers. But finally, I did find them, and that's why I'm here today.
Now, do you work with this airplane? What is your relationship?
I work as a ramp agent. I work on the ground, and actually the 145 was the first plane I worked on. And moreover, I started my pushback training on this particular aircraft. So yeah, definitely the 145 is a very special aircraft for me, and I'm very happy to celebrate the 20th anniversary with him today.
All right, thank you. Now I understand that one of the prizes was an invitation to the Paris Air Show. Where do you come from?
Nantes.
From Nantes, the beautiful French Atlantic coast. But the other prize is an invitation to the party tonight. Donc vous allez assister à une fête ce soir. Vous êtes impatient?
Très.
Très impatient. You don't have a spare ticket by any chance for me?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, great. So we see you there.
Earlier I caught up with Rodrigo Souza, who is the Vice President of Marketing for Commercial Aviation within Embraer, and he was telling us about market forecasts. Rodrigo, thanks once again for joining us. I'd like to, if we can, talk about market outlook and how Embraer forecasts what the aviation industry is going to do in the future.
Okay, so this is something that we have been doing since 2004, right? We take a look at, especially on our segment, but we see also the other market segments to see the biggest trends. We release this view usually by the mid of the year, and we just updated our numbers. I believe it's a very important document in the industry for this particular segment, because I can tell you we've been in this segment for many years and nobody really knows better this market than Embraer, so it was good that again we released our updated numbers just this morning.
And when you look at the numbers and you analyse the figures and the research and the data that you've accumulated, what do you do with that information?
We consolidate, right, and we compare with previous years to see forecasts, and we also take a look at global trends, right, as we go forward to adjust the numbers. In this case of this last version, we didn't see actually a lot of change compared to previous years. Basically, the numbers for our segment are basically the same, 6,400 airplanes. About 50% coming from traditional markets like North America and Europe, but also a good participation from Asia, like about 30% of the market forecast. I would say that confirming what we saw last year, probably Asian market is the one that will grow more in this particular segment. Today they represent about 13% of the market. We expect, as we look into the future, for a participation of 30%. So it's really a fast growing market.
And the market forecast, are you encouraged by what you're seeing there, given the fact that the aviation industry is encountering quite a few challenges at the moment?
Yeah, I believe what we are seeing is actually, again, a confirmation of some trends we have seen since a couple of years ago. Actually, we released some 2 years ago a study called the New Metrics of Success. And in that study, what we are showing was that there was a shift in the airline industry that traditionally has been focused on market share and just looking at what is the lowest possible unit cost that I can get, right? A shift to a bigger focus on profitability, actually. So it's not only about cost, it's not only about belt tightening, as they say, but also about how do I improve the profitability, and more important, how do I improve the return on investment, right? The return to shareholders. This is a fundamental difference in the airline industry. And we saw at that time, we are seeing that the North American carriers, they were, let's say, ahead of the other regions in terms of this bigger focus on returning on investment. And we predict that other regions would follow because as costs continue to go up, right, you have a relatively low fuel prices still, but most of the forecasts expect that to go up. We have seen a significant increase in labor costs. So if you have a continuous increase in labor costs, the only way to keep sustainable profitability is to increase revenues, right? And to increase let's say the quality of your revenues, you need capacity discipline. And that's what we have seen in the North America, and we believe that trend will continue to go to Europe and Asia, right, as those regions also will need to increase the profitability. I believe that's it's more a confirmation of previous trends than any other new trend.
And internationally, as a business, how flexible do you have to be able to keep up with these trends?
Oh, you have to be very flexible, and I would say that Embraer, it's one of the core strengths of Embraer, right? Flexibility is embedded in our culture, right? So the business models, they evolve, yeah, right? And you have always to be talking to customers and interpreting what is going on the market, because you have what is going on in the moment, but you have also to project what's going to be in the future. And I believe Embraer has been very good in projecting marketing trends and designing products that actually addresses those specifically marketing trends. So we have done this in the past, and as we are talking about the need to improve profitability and return on investment, this particular segment that Embraer is, from 70 to 130 seats, we see as the perfect segment to improve the airline's profitability, because you are able to reduce capacity and at the same time increase your profit margins, right? And this is in let's say in traditional markets, but also with lower trip costs of those airplanes, you are able to explore new markets with less competition, and of course, with less competition, more profit margin. So that's, you have always to be ahead of the market, right? Yeah. And looking for the opportunities to have the right product at the right place.
Brilliant. Thank you very much once again for your time, Rodrigo.
Okay, thank you.
And if you'd like to read that full document of the market forecast for Embraer, you can. All you need to do is log on www.embraermarketoutlook2017 and I do suggest you go. It's a really, really interesting read and gives you insight into what Embraer are planning in the future and what they forecast will be the case within aviation. Now then, you might have noticed that a rather large green aeroplane behind me is missing, the mighty KC-390. She's probably getting back from her flight, which she took a little bit earlier on, and Fernando caught up with the KC-390, as well as the Soaring Eagle, the E2 E195, as it went for a flight display.
Now we're about to see the E195-E2 Profit Hunter in flight. It is the largest member of the E2 family. The wingspan is 1.4 meters longer than the wingspan of the E190-E2. Now the high aspect ratio wings with swept back tips deliver better fuel efficiency and performance. So operators or airlines, they can save up to 24% in fuel and 20% in maintenance costs per seat compared to the current E195. And it also delivers the most competitive life cycle costs in the industry. Now with a range of 2,600 nautical miles, it gives airlines the opportunity to explore new markets with greater profitability. It is a true profit hunting machine. Now it will enter service in the first half of 2019 with Azul Brazilian Airlines, and I think they're ready to take off. So I'm going to use my Embraer binoculars so I don't miss anything of the show. Wow, what a plane! And now we're about to see the KC-390 in flight. The KC-390 is a medium-sized, twin-engine, jet-powered military transport aircraft. It is the largest aircraft ever developed by Embraer. Development began in 2006, and it was after a request by the Brazilian Air Force for a new aircraft. Embraer based the design and technologies on their own E-Jet commercial aircraft, and the first flight was in 2015. It features aerial refueling capability and a spacious cargo bay. The rugged landing gear enables takeoff and landing on any flat or hard surface, including dirt strips, which are typical of frontline bases. The nose is very short and swept downwards to maximize aircrew visibility. Also, it features exceptional avionics for an aircraft of this type. The HUD head-up display is for both pilot and co-pilot. There's night vision system and GPS. Now, all these functions are controlled and managed by the fly-by-wire system. And from the corner of my eye, I can see it moving. I think it's about to take off. Wow, what a fantastic flight display of both the E195 and the KC-390. I can't even decide which one I like better.
Well, some people seem to get all the luck. As well as watching beautiful flight displays, Fernando's also been lucky enough to be honing his skills in the virtual reality cockpit once again.
Welcome back. We are here at the E190-E2 virtual reality experience, and I'm going to try it out myself. The E2 is built on a heritage of 50 years of innovation. It is a fleet-smart aircraft which has been designed to help airlines to sustain profitability in a world of change and opportunity. It sets a new standard in efficiency and economics, which is why it's called the Profit Hunter. I can't wait to try out the VR myself. Like everyone else, I once dreamed of becoming a pilot. Now let's see how that works.
Welcome to the new Fleet Smart E190-E2 Profit Hunter.
Ah, there it is. The E190-E2 Profit Hunter.
Press the OK button to get on board.
There we go. Oh, here we are. Great. Look at this cockpit. Pre-flight checklist. Initiate the engine starting process. I think that was good, yeah. Am I doing this right? Oh, we're moving. Wow.
When you're ready, pull the yoke towards you.
All this, oh, accelerating. Okay, let's hope it goes well. Woo! Taking off. All right, we're airborne.
Fantastic! You're in the air and flying the E190-E2, a true profit hunter.
Look at this. This is great. I may change career now. Instead of presenter, I'm going to become a pilot. Do a curve downwards, to the left. Wow. I don't think that's going to go down very well with the passengers.
You're starting the landing procedure.
You can see the airport.
500. Approaching minimums. 200.
Pull the yoke towards you to put the nose up and have a soft landing.
There we go. Oh, have to land.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Now, pull the throttle lever to reverse position.
Pull the throttle level to reverse position all the way back. Oh, we landed already. I can see the Eiffel Tower. This is great.
Brilliant landing! We hope you've enjoyed your Embraer E190-E2 experience. Please take care when leaving the VR platform.
Ooh, that was a great experience. So that was the E190-E2 VR experience. And we'll be back later with more from the Paris Air Show here at Embraer TV.
Well, folks, that's nearly all we've got time for today, but what a great day we've had. Once again, we've been wowed by the prowess of the lovely KC-390 as well as the Profit Hunter, the brand new E2 E195, wowing the crowds here on Paris on day 2. We've also had a look at the evolution of the E2 program and how the people involved with that have been able to keep it on schedule. We've looked at luxury brands and the executive jets with the Legacy 450. We've even met some Hop prize winners who were lucky to be here after winning that quiz. But from me, Arthur Williams, that's about it. Don't forget, if you want any more information on anything that we've talked about today, go online and log on to embraercommercialaviation.com. But from me and all of the team here in Paris, that's it for day 2. We'll see you tomorrow.